Hey everybody, it's Top Thrill 2 Fan bringing you guys a brand new stream. So today we will be jumping into our 10th episode of TimberNetwork, and today we'll be starting to work on getting the mini golf course set up. So this is going to be kind of a boardwalk kind of beach themed mini golf. Um, and yeah, so yeah, I think probably what I'll do here is I'll just figure out how wide I want the entrance to be. I think maybe like that. Um, yeah, that works. And then I think probably the exit. I actually kind of want to do like maybe like a gift shop or something for the exit from it. And then there's actually I do still need to do like a food stand of some sort. Um, so that's something to think about. I do want to do like probably maybe one or two food stands in the plaza. Um, yeah, I might be able to do something right here, or actually no. Actually, I could probably even try to do something right here, maybe. Um, yeah, and this could be like kind of since it'll be right next to the beach stuff. Like we could have the beach mini golf. We could have this be some sort of like beach themed food stand. Thank you to Donk7 and Dropsnet for joining in the chat, and also shout out to my one viewer. Thank you so much for jumping in and watching the stream today. Okay, so then yeah, so then, like I mentioned with the mini golf, I think we'll try to have some sort of like, we'll try to make it kind of like an 18-hole course. That's kind of the goal I have with this is that I want to make it like an 18-hole course. And actually, yeah, kind of similar to that, I'll actually be kind of doing a similar design here for the fence. And then we'll do that. I think that short of a line I think is fine. Yeah, I don't think the line for getting golf balls and stuff, I don't think that has to be a super long line. So then we'll have that, and then And then probably then the first hole can be probably once you get through there, once you get through that gate, you'll be able to then you'll be able to start the first hole. So I think that's kind of the general idea I want to go for. And then I do want to actually, I would want to teleport back to old Cedar Hills because I do want to just kind of look at the mini golf just to kind of get an idea of what we were doing here. So I think it was, yeah, we had the line and then we had that, and then you just kind of made your way in and immediately started the course. So yeah, I think I don't know what I'm going to do yet as far as the holes go. But I definitely think I want to have yeah, I definitely think I want to have like sand and water and stuff, and also like the ice and stuff. So yeah, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna grab the actually I think there might be golf balls in here somewhere. Could have sworn there were golf balls in here. Oh, they're right here. Um, like I'll just demonstrate to you kind of how each of the holes work. So the first hole, you could either throw it right at the hole, or you could do like this little secret passage, which I yeah. So then there's that hole. This hole, I think. Oh yeah, there was a secret passage for this one, but most people would just generally just go right for the hole. But the sacred passage basically brought your ball down here, and then you could throw it into the hole. And then there was like a secret passage right there. And then that secret passage right there. Okay, I guess people threw random stuff in my hoppers, even though. Okay. Yeah, I may have to empty out all the hoppers because it looks like somebody was kind of messing around and stuff and putting stuff in the hoppers even though they weren't supposed to. Um, so now I'm gonna have to check every hole. This version of Cedar Hills was on the server, so it is very possible that somebody may have been messing around. But yeah. And I have not made any progress yet on getting tech set up for the rides in the old Cedar Hills yet. So the server, I guess I had said something along the lines of like we were going to try to open the server as soon as possible, but I just don't know. I don't know like what as soon as possible means yet, just because I haven't really figured out. Um, I don't really have a lot of time to be working on my server outside of the stream. So like there might come a point where I might just have to do the tech and stuff for rides during like while I'm streaming. But we'll see though. Um, okay, we're gonna go back to Cedar Plaza. And I'm gonna start working on the mini golf. So yeah, so I think yeah, so that this will basically be the start of the first hole. So we'll have yeah, so that there will be like a fence there or something along those lines. Um, either a fence or a wall or something. Maybe a wall, just because I think actually I guess I could even have some of like the indoor portions of the mini golf over here. Um, and most of the holes actually, well, I think pretty much all of the holes. I think we'll generally try to shoot for par 2 to 4, somewhere in that range. Because I think typically a lot of mini golf is typically a very very small par. So I'm gonna see if I still have Oh yeah, so yeah, I don't know if you know of. I don't know if you guys know of uh, KW6 Craft, but that was a server I used to go on. It was actually a really cool server. Like they actually even had like amusement ride regulations and stuff. This I think it expired. Oh yeah, it expired in 2023, so this is actually not valid anymore. I guess unless they ended up renewing it. But yeah, it's basically like they had basically different like inspections you had to do, registration plate stuff like that, and even like the regulations about like how far stuff had to be. So like riding must be 1 meter wider than the farthest out the ride's part stretch and stuff like that. I think there was even stuff for roller coasters too. Yeah, lots of structural regulations for roller coasters and stuff like having like catwalks and um, emergency light posts. And if ride is above 50 meters, red light must be present at highest point of ride, stuff like that. Yeah, I just thought that was a cool bit of realism that they did. It would be a book, I think. Okay, yeah. So I'm not sure if I have the like, I'm looking for a book. There was a book that I had in my inventory at one point that I'm not sure if I have it. Let me actually just see if I have anything in my under chest at all now. Um, oh, oops, wrong one. Oh yeah, this was back when I made Discover Kingdom. I had saved my inventory because I did move to my own Minehut server. Because I actually used to run my server on Minehut, but nowadays I use a different server hoster because Minehut is no longer free. Because like I think I think they claim that it's free, but then it ends up not being free. So because like I think you have like with Minehut, I think you only get to use your server for like an hour or something like that before it shuts off. So it's not a server hoster I use anymore, but yeah, it was a good server hoster back in the day, like when it was free and stuff. It was nice. Okay, I just wanted to make sure I had gotten all of that. All right, so then I'm actually going to extend the I'm going to extend this. And actually, yeah, yeah. If I wanted to do that beach kind of gift shop type thing, I guess I could do it like maybe right here. Um, I do want to, yeah, I do want to be careful actually of making sure that it doesn't bash into the path too much. Um, But I do think I want to have some sort of like wall going this way. So like that's kind of what this is supposed to be. And then like I said, this will be like some sort of like beach food stand. Um, yeah, and then, yeah, actually, I guess this will end up just being. I think I decided that was going to be a gift shop. Oh, and actually, there was something I didn't finish yesterday. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and finish this really quickly. Um, I just hope when I reach this point that it's not going to destroy all the debug. Okay, good. I'm really glad that that did not destroy all the debugging that I just did yesterday. Okay, so yeah, that'll be this will basically be the theming for this area. Like I said, will be like space themed. So those are the Expo go karts. So I think kind of within this general area right here, I'm gonna put like our last hole will be kind of in this general area. I think we might have like an outer layer to the wall right here because I do want to have the wall be maybe 2 blocks thick. Because I was thinking we could do. I was thinking like we could do something like this because then it kind of looks like a cliff face, or even we could even just do that. Yeah, that would take up a little less space, and I can always make sure it's well detailed and stuff. Thank you to all of the users in the chat, and also shout out to Gore Poppy Gore, I think is how you pronounce that. Shout out to him. He is my newest follower. Thank you so much for the follow. And I just gave you a follow, so yeah, definitely make sure you follow him. He is my newest follower, so definitely you guys should make sure you follow him. Thank And yeah, so this is I think like I said, I think this is my this is episode 10 of the TimberNetwork series, so we're kind of at a milestone now. We're like we made it through 10 episodes already. And since I don't have a bot set up, I'm gonna be posting my discords every once in a while. So that the discord that I just posted, that one is to my Twitch discord. That I think that's the discord that I usually use for Twitch, so that people can be notified of like streams and stuff. Okay, so then I think as far as laying out the holes, yeah, I think probably the last hole, I'll have it end like right about here, I think. So that'll be like the edges of the hole. So I think, yeah, this will be for the holes. And then I just lay out what is gonna, like, I'm gonna lay out like kind of which thing is which. So we're gonna do, I think, outdoor holes. And so the first third of the holes will be outdoor, so we'll have first 9 holes. So basically holes 1 through 9. Actually, no, that's half of the holes. Whoops. So the first third of the holes, would actually, yeah, holes 1 through 6. And then we'll also have holes. I think I think I said the last three I want to be outdoors, and then the all of the indoor holes. Those will be holes 7 to 14. And I'll come up with some sort of like par for each of them. But yeah, they will be mainly um, they will be kind of mainly like 2 to 3, maybe even a par four. But like we won't really go too far above par four just because I don't really think that's necessary, especially considering that this is mini golf. All right, so then I think yeah, the indoor portion, I actually might put the indoor portion over here. So I might make like some sort of structure right here. And actually this will be the start of the first hole. So this is going to be hole 1. So like hole 1 will start basically right about here. And actually, so I'll just go ahead and actually no, it'll start here. Oops. Um, and this, I think the first hole, I'll probably make it relatively easy. I think if I'm remembering correctly, I think it might be blue ice. I think blue ice is the one that's like really slippery. Yeah, I was gonna say that's probably under natural blocks. And actually, well, ice melts, so I don't want to be using regular ice. So I would actually be interested in that to see the difference. Yeah, I think. Well, actually, I guess I'll use whatever I'll use whatever we used over at the old Cedar Hills in terms of like the type of ice. Because I trust I trust the like my employees who helped out with this one. I do trust that they were using like the right kind of ice. So this is they were actually using regular ice. That's interesting. Yeah. Yeah, actually, I think I'll probably just use probably blue ice actually, just because I'm not sure if I have the ice melting turned on or off, so I'll just yeah, I want to make the first hole. I want to make it so that you can get a hole, so that it is possible to get a hole in one in the first hole. That's kind of what I'm going for with this. Yeah, and I'll use armor stands for this. For the some of like the flags and stuff, I actually do plan on using armor stands. And then I think for like the carpets, yeah, I'm gonna use kind of similar to what we did before. I think yeah, I'll use lime green for the outdoor holes, and then indoor holes I'll use dark green. Yeah, this is kind of my first time ever building a mini golf course, so I'm probably not going to do that well, but I'll give it my best shot though. Um, and then I think the hole. Actually, I could put the hole there. Actually, maybe I'll do that. Just because that'll make it somewhat harder, I think, or actually maybe that'll make it easier. Wait, hold on. I think it is possible to get a hole in one on this though. Oh, I keep on hitting the wall. Um, so yeah, maybe this will end up being a part two. We'll see. Or actually, maybe it'll be. Yeah, actually, there we go. So yeah, I think I'll probably make this a part two, but you could easily get a hole in one. But yeah, and I think like I said, I think I do want the first. I do want you to be able to get like a hole in one in the first hole. So we got our first hole set up now. I want to be the first person to get a hole in one. There we go. Hole in one. Let's go. Oh, I accidentally sat on the carpet. Um, okay, so that's the first hole. And I think the last hole, I'll make the last hole relatively easy because I don't think we really need to make it that difficult. Yeah, so this will be, like I said, this will be hole one. So I'll just mark that out for now. So that's hole one. Um, and then I'll mark out like walkways between each of the holes. So I'll probably mark that out. Actually, yeah, I'll just use gray wool. Because wait, we're not using gray wool right now for anything, so I'll just use gray wool. Um, Oh, nice. So I made a way to get a hole-in-one. And then I think for this one, it'll probably end up being like, oh, maybe a part two would be my guess. Oh, oops. Yeah, you could definitely get that in like 2 shots. That's good. And then I think I'll put like some sort of like wall right here. I think I'll put like a wall around the mini golf. Actually, I'm actually probably not going to do a wall then, since we're already doing one right here. Um, Okay, so I think the first three, I think I'm going to say that the first three holes will be really easy, but then it'll get harder from there. Okay, so then I think this one, I want to see if I can make this about a par three. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm shooting for with this hole. Two and then three. Perfect. Okay. So yeah, I want that to be a par three. So I think first one I'm honestly fine with either a par one or two, honestly. So like you would start like right about here, and then you would start by throwing the ball. And then this one you could either get a hole in one, or you could just go for the par. Yeah, so like that, and then you would of course then throw the ball. And then if you throw the ball toward the secret passage, and if you make it into the secret passage, you would then get a hole in one. And then making our way up this way, then for this hole, you would start like that. One, two, three. And I don't think every hole will have a secret passage. I think for honestly most of the holes, I don't think I'm gonna have a secret passage, but there will be different theming for each of the holes. Like this will probably just be like you're on a beach. Well, I mean, like honestly, I think the first whatever they were, I think the first six holes. Yeah, the first six holes will be kind of you'll be out on the beach and actually I might even start mixing in some sand possibly maybe by the third hole, which will require a block underneath. I know that. I know that much. So like maybe that'll actually be yeah. And I know with sand I'm gonna just put a placeholder right now of sandstone slabs so that we at least have the sand staying there. And I might just do it right there. Or actually, I guess maybe one option would be actually to have it here instead. Actually, maybe I'll have people dodge sand right about here. That would make it a little bit more interesting. Okay. For some reason, I wasn't picking it up. Okay. So then, like I'll mix in some sand because I do want to have kind of the challenge of trying to get around the sand. There we go. Okay. So it is possible to get a Like that is still a par three, which is what I wanted. So and then yeah, so right here we'll have like a staircase that will basically lead up to here, and then you'll play this hole. And then I think we'll probably do. We'll probably go ahead and start the next hole right about here. I think, yeah, I guess all four will be a little bit easier. I think, yeah, we'll probably try to make that a bit easier. Okay, and then we'll start the next hole right here. I'm gonna just see if there's a way to get around that sand. Yeah, actually, I guess maybe one way of getting around it would be to have like that. So like maybe not all of it will be sand. So like that way you'll have to really aim. And I guess kind of part of this is actually you won't be able to see it. So like if you go like that, then it'll be like, oh no, sand. And then yeah. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that would be a par 3. Um, Let me just see if you accidentally throw it at the sand, if it would still be a par 3. Yeah, I think if you aim it right, yeah, that would be a par 3. So basically, if you aim it right, you would still get it in 3 shots. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out a way of making this a little bit harder so that it's not just a hole in one, actually, because I kind of want to have this maybe be a par 2. Actually, if you aim exactly, you'll make a hole in one. But you have to have a very, very exact aim for it. Because if you like, I don't want to make a hole in one impossible, but I also don't want to make it easy to get. So that would be too unbalanced. Also, if somebody throws from right here, they'll get stuck in the sand. Yeah, that's good. I'm actually just going to see if it would get stuck. I don't think it would be. I don't think it would get stuck there because yeah, it would just goes right into the hopper. So yeah, like honestly, I'm fine with people getting hole in one on the last hole just because I think that's fine. And then I just need to make sure I know. So for the indoor holes then, so that's 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So that's basically 8 holes that need to be indoors. Um, Wait, no, that doesn't make sense. Hold on. Um, So the last three holes actually never. So the last three holes would actually be 16. Okay, so 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So that'll be 9 holes. Basically, they'll be indoors. So far, I think, yeah, we've done 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, so there's still 2 more holes that we need to make before we head indoors. I think, I was thinking I might want to make like kind of, actually, let me try that actually. I do want to play test that to see if that will, to see if that will screw people up at all. I'm gonna put ice there instead and just see if that, and just see if that does anything better. Yeah, there we go. So that is still a par 3 then. Okay, and I'll just put some sand right there too, just for fun, just to make it fun and interesting. Yeah, so I think, yeah, so that would be a par 3 still. Cool. Yeah, so then I think, one, two. Oh, this will actually be the last hole before before the kind of the indoor portion. So I'm gonna do like kind of a. I'm gonna try to do like a secret, another secret tunnel. Secret tunnel. Yeah, I know about that song. Um, because yeah, so I think like without that, so if I don't have that, and we add in some of the sand, so that would be a par 3 approximately. Now if we add that, we're actually gonna have to go 1 block lower actually. I'm gonna try that instead just to see if we might be able to make it so that you can get past that. I'm gonna try making that secret tunnel a little bit easier to get into. Oh no, wait, hold on. Actually, let me just do that. Um, because basically like what I'm trying to do with the secret passage, I'm trying to make it so that that will get you like a so that that'll give you like basically two shots to get in instead of the par three. So I'm gonna try getting rid of that for a second, because I think I have an idea of how I can make the that secret passage better. So I think if we do it maybe right here, that'll make yeah, actually I do want to make it kind of somewhat difficult to get to. Um, so maybe yeah, maybe we'll do something like this. Okay, so I'm gonna try that instead. Because that'll make that slightly easier to get to. One that'll be like a hole in two. Okay, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and test it like this. All right. Yeah, I think that'll be it for today's stream. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed the stream, please be sure to follow me and also make sure to subscribe to me on YouTube and like my videos for more of this content. Thank you guys so much for watching and have a great rest of your day.